Hare Krishna. Don't blame ignorantly, blame ignorance. When we face problems in life, we often lay the blame on various factors. We may blame ourselves, we may blame others, we may blame God, nature, destiny, whatever be the name we use for that. Now, all such directions of the blaming do not lead into in any constructive direction. They essentially end up making us disheartened and frustrated. They make us feel that either I am good for nothing, or people are bad, or God is uncaring, or God is cruel. And none of these really help us. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the fifth chapter, Nadatte kasichit papam nachaiva sukritam vibho agyane navritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. So Agya says that Nadatte kasichit papam, that the Supreme does not accept the papa of anyone nor the punya of anyone. Nachaiva sukrutam vibho. And Agyanen avritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Agyanen avritam jnanam. Agyana, by ignorance, avritam, people are covered. Tena muhyanti jantavaha. Jantavaha, the living beings, muhyanti, by dead. So here we need to have a therapeutic vision of ignorance. Therapeutic vision means we need to see ignorance as a disease for the purpose of curing ourselves of that ignorance. Just like if, say, somebody has leprosy. Now somebody has some disease. It's not that the point is that person is to be blamed. Oh, you are a sick person. You are you are disfigured. You look ugly. Nor is the doctor to be blamed. Oh, why didn't you take care of me? Nor are other people to be blamed. You gave infection. Because of you I got this infection. Now whatever it is, the point is that infection is there and it's curable. So the focus should be on curing it. So like that, we need to understand that we at our core as souls are pure. We are parts of God. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanaha. That we are eternally parts of God. And as parts of God, we are, just as He is supremely pure, we are pure. And further, God Himself is supremely benevolent. Suhridam sarva bhutanam. He is the well-wishing benefactor of all living beings. And people are also not innately evil. They are also parts of Krishna and they are also good. So, by recognizing that the cause of suffering is ignorance. Ignorance means because of ignorance we seek pleasure in temporary things. Purusha prakritistohi bhungte prakritijan gunan. We seek pleasure in temporary things, and because of seeking pleasure in temporary things, we end up getting attached, doing karmically incriminating activities, and thereby we suffer the consequences. So, rather than blaming ignorantly, blaming here, blaming up, blaming around, blaming oneself, we need to recognize that ignorance is the problem, and we need to work actively to counter that ignorance. Now, ignorance is countered not just by cultivation of knowledge, but by cultivation of devotion, because the highest knowledge culminates in devotion, and ignorance is not just a lack of information, but it is lack of affection for the all attractive Supreme. So by the process of bhakti we acquire knowledge and we uproot ignorance entirely, and thus we learn to go beyond the reach of misery as we become purified and liberated from material existence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.